Okay, okay.
I don't like titles, but I run a leadership program for F.E.T.E. Tell you a little bit about the project. The Leadership Academy is basically, we're operating on two fronts. One, we want to give our kids the motivation, the confidence, and the skills to be productive people in their communities. Too many times people think that, to become a leader you have to be a great speaker or you have to have some great skill. But really all you have to do is do and be yourself. Alright. Leadership program is basically, we're still in the stages of building it. It initially started out as just a 1 week, 2 week program where, take students, we give them examples of leadership, of effective leadership. Oftentimes the only people we hear about as far as African American leaders or leaders of color, they usually cover the same people all the time. It's Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Harriet Tubman, blah, 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 blah. But, there are more relevant examples. I actually want to start with history because if you don't know where you came from, you have no idea where you're going. With the school system, our history starts with being slaves. The black man is a slave. But for generations and for centuries before that, we ran empires and we were architects, and artists, scientists, and just pretty much did everything. The basic foundations of civilization came from people of color. The whole premise of democracy came from people of color. And oftentimes that gets lost, especially when you're dealing with the school system here, because, they don't really want you to know what came first. Anyway. The leadership program is basically going to, like I said, cover 3 fronts. We're going to teach our members about who they are. We're going to help them to learn about what it is that they want to do, teaching people their learning styles, their leadership styles. These things are important because the school system is, just generic. Nothing is built to accommodate the individual. Everyone's basically being taught to do and say and think the same ways. Part of the leadership program is helping our kids realize the power in their individuality, in their uniqueness. Anyway, I could talk about that forever. But I actually wanted to incorporate a few other things that I've learned in the past few months. There's a young brother who does capoeira classes. If you guys don't know what capoeira is, it's an African martial arts style. It's actually mimicking dance moves. They carry it on in like Brazil and places like that. I actually wanted to incorporate the capoeira classes into the leadership program because I think it's a good, it's a great mix. It'll help the students build their confidence. It'll help them with, balance, focus, centering themselves. We're actually trying to incorporate a rites of passage program with this. Basically taking young boys and teaching them basic survival skills, again, leadership training, capoeira. Speaking. A lot of this has to do with community service as well. We're going to go out and clean up parks and clean up neighborhoods and, if you know any kids who have trouble in school, if you're, sufficient in one area over another, it's just about building community, working together, building networks among the children because they don't know how to work together. They don't know how to do it. Too many times we're taught that, you get too many black people in one spot, it's a bad situation, it's never good. But if you really think back to any time that you've been in a group of You know, whether it's family, friends, or whomever, it's always real positive. It's a lot of love.
Thank you, bro.
You know, it's a lot of caring, it's a lot of laughter. You have fun. I really want people to, you know, get out of the train of thought that, you know, having too many black people in one place is a bad thing. It's never a bad thing. It's always
never that, never that. I never thought that personally.
I had a bad experience. It's not, I don't kind of believe anyway. Yeah, community service. Anyhow, we are going to do a lot of street cleanings. We're going to teach people. I just lost my whole train of thought, y'all. I'm sorry.
That's all right. Let's go on to the next thing.
What are we going to teach people?
All right.
Yeah, what are we teaching? What are we going to teach?
Street cleanings.
Why is a rite of passage good for the youth?
Why is rite of passage good for the youth? Have you seen these kids? No. You know, when I was little, I was always taught you do what you have to do and you do what you want to do. You know, if you do the work, then you'll eat. You know, these kids, they've gotten into this frame of mind where they expect to receive everything. You know, kids expect, like, they expect $300 shoes. They expect $300 jackets. You know, they expect you to spend $7,000 on a prom. It's like, what? Who does that? You know, I really want people to get the kids. I really want these kids to get into the habit of knowing that if you do good work, good things will come from it. I want to teach them to be responsible for themselves. Responsibility is a thing that's really lacking, and accountability. I think that's why we really do need the rites of passage, because you don't understand that what you do affects her. What she does affects him. What he does affects this lady and the little baby in the back. You know, these kids, they don't draw those connections. They are all about self. Everything is about self. And if we continue in this I train of thinking, then we won't ever get anywhere. You won't, she won't, he won't, nobody will. Because it's all about self. And until we learn to be accountable for, responsible for, and accountable to everyone around us, we won't have any progress. Our main focus is really to get these kids out of the street. You know, children, they're closing schools. There are no more arts programs. There are no more after-school programs. There are no more rec centers where kids can go and just be. You know, there's nothing. There's nothing. They're shutting down everything. All of our schools are being replaced by either military academies or prisons. And no one is paying attention. No one's picking up these pieces that for the past 50, no. I'll say for the past 35 years, our young men between the ages of 13 and 25, 90% of them, 90% either end up in jail or dead before their 25th birthday. And you think about those numbers and everybody's like, well, that's what happens. No, it's not what happens. It's what's being done to our communities. We're being stripped away. We don't have any men. We don't have any boys. There are no active leaders. There's no one to... All of the role models that are being put in front of our children are athletes. These athletes go and they spend millions and millions of dollars on clothes, shoes, cars, houses that they lose in 10 years. Why? Because they never invested the money. Nobody ever taught them to. Nobody ever... Anyhow. I just want there to be a positive, physical reinforcement for our kids. They need guidance. They need someone who's right here in the same position as they are, that they can look to in the...
So how can your organization facilitate that, though?
Very simple. It's very, very, very simple. Oh, it is. It's very simple. I think that once some...
All
You know, I
right.
tell you, you give a man a fish, he'll eat today. Or you teach him how to fish, he can eat for the rest of his life. You know?
Indeed.
Well, if you give these kids direction, you tell you, okay, you are going to be a doctor. That is all. What are you going to do? You're going to be a doctor. They don't tell you that there's, you have to go to med school and take chemistry classes and biology. And all those things. My goal is to just give the children a blueprint, so to speak. Sorry?
What are you going to offer that somebody else already has?
What am I going to offer that someone else already has?
Tough question. Tough question.
That is tough. That is tough.
Yeah, answer that question.
You want to answer?
Please.
All right. All right. You're gonna pass the buck. I got you. I got you.
I'm Cheyenne, everybody. The brother's question was, you know, what is F.E.T.E gonna do that no one else has already done? I want to take a step back and just point out the fact that, you know, we see, you know, everybody in this room doing things, but as a collective, you know, we can't do much outside of fill a hall, charge $10 for a ticket, and tell everybody what we've been talking about for the past 30 years. You know what I mean? F.E.T.E represents proactivity. F.E.T.E represents the change that we know is possible, but everybody else is too afraid to bring into fruition. You know what I mean? We are a group of women. I'm not going to say the age range. Thank you. But we are a group of young women, and our brother, our elder Remy, who, you know, we all came into ourselves at a time when it was so vital, and the universe just set, just had it fit to bring us together. You know what I mean? F.E.T.E is anything and everything you haven't seen another organization do. The thing that's different about us is that everybody that's here today, you know, we're not going to disappear in 2 weeks, in 2 months, in 2 years, in 2 decades. You know, the legacy of who we stand, of what we stand for and who we are today is going to be recycled and renewed with each and every single generation after us. Because I myself, I'm a single mother. I have a 4-year-old child right now, and with the way that society has our minds in a bind right now, I don't like to use the word fortunate, but I myself was fortunate enough to wake up from that, and just being the person that I am and being blessed with the abilities and the talents and the vision that I have right now, I can't not be proactive. I can't not actively seek out other like minds, and I can't not actively connect with those minds and try to bring about this change that we all need. You know what I mean? F.E.T.E is not just another group that you see talking about what needs to be done and who we know and name dropping and all of that. We don't even really get into name dropping unless you can tell us how we can take your vision and make it tangible to the streets. You know what I mean? We have walls full of books and DVDs, but where are the black banks? Where are the black car dealerships? Where are the black supermarkets? We don't have that. Why not? Because people are passive. We have the knowledge, we have the skill, we have the financial resources to get all of these things done, but people are afraid of those who have tried and failed. People are afraid to even try themselves. People are afraid to hear no. People are afraid to really fight for what they know is right. Go ahead, I'll take your question right now.
So how do you persuade the people that are, because it's 2013, like we as black people, we've become so content with playing the victim.
Right.
You know, so if you can say that you offer something that somebody doesn't, if you can say that you offer something that we haven't had, then what can you offer that we've already been given? Like what difference can you give people who, like they say that people are homeless, but some people that are homeless are millionaires, or people that, you know that they're going on a continuous path of destruction, and they say that the the definition of insanity is to do the same thing over and over again. So, you know, you're dealing with people who not only see that what they're doing is going down slope, but
the problem is that people don't see a way out of the cycle. That's one problem. The second problem is people don't even know that they are being subjugated. They are being taken advantage of. They are being disrespected. They are being killed off, basically. You know what I mean? And use the word persuade. So use the word persuade. There is no persuasion. There is no persuasion. You either know or you don't know. You're either with the struggle or without the struggle. You know what I mean? We don't want to, what F.E.T.E does and does not do is that we don't, you know, walk up to the brother on the street saying, you know, brother, the white man, he got his foot on your neck. That's what you need to do to get this nigga foot off. You know, that's not what we do. What we do is we present people with real life solutions, real life opportunities. You know, me personally, and I'm pretty sure that the ladies in my organization can agree, that one of the biggest issues, actually the solution to the violence in the cities and other cities like Philadelphia, is the solution of poverty. If you solve the issue of poverty, violence will solve itself, really. You know what I mean? You go to Beverly Hills, you have home robberies and all of this stuff, but that's people from outside the community. You don't see millionaires robbing other millionaires. You don't see millionaires robbing grocery stores and gas stations and stuff like that. It just doesn't happen. You know what I mean? But a man that needs to feed and clothe his family, you best believe he gonna knock somebody upside the head. But what F.E.T.E represents and what F.E.T.E aims to do is to put that brother in a position to maybe start his own business or find employment with another elder or another black business who's willing to take him on and understand that we need to help each other out of the cycle. So we're not going to look at him as an ex-convict and say, oh no brother, we're not going to give you employment because of what your past history says. We give everybody a chance. We want to create and actually experiment on the platforms that already exist of creating these opportunities and helping people see the light. Everybody, each and every one of us as human beings, we all want love, simply, basically. We all want to be loved. We all want to be cared for. We all want to feel part of some type of community. You know what I mean? Our issue is that we think the only options available are negative or on such a small level that, you know, we can't get outside of the hood. You know what I mean? F.E.T.E just makes it known and we put it out there through the mediums that exist in today's society: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, the meet and greets that we do. You know what I mean? F.E.T.E is out here. We use our femininity as a tool, and it's just happened like that way naturally. Just to get people open to the ideas, because people love to hear beautiful black women speak.
No doubt, no doubt, no doubt, no doubt.
People love to gather and talk and break bread and share laughter and positivity. But at the same time, what we aim to do and what we really have been doing since we've really been proactive in the community is take that momentum and turn it into something tangible. You know what I mean? The only thing that's really stopping F.E.T.E from becoming a powerhouse
It's
tomorrow,
nothing stopping F.E.T.E.
It's really nothing. It's nothing stopping F.E.T.E from being a powerhouse tomorrow. But on a realistic, economical level, it's just really fun. And you know what I mean? But knowing that we are on the path that the Creator made for us, and knowing that we are creating positive change, if you understand the laws of the universe and understand the laws of the universe, you know, positivity always overshadows negativity. So there's nothing that we are striving to do or nothing that we plan to do that's not going to come into fruition. Not one single thing.
How can the community help F.E.T.E?
Oh, y'all want me to answer that?
All right, thank y'all.
Wait, before I answer that question, I have to correct you though, Cheyenne.
Okay, that's going to be corrected.
No, you said,
You're gonna
But just tell them how the community can help F.E.T.E in our mission.
The difference between us and everyone else is worrying about self. See, we're not competing with this organization or that organization or this person or that person. That's not what we're here for. We're here to stop that train of thought. We don't want to be different. We don't want to compete. We're trying to
become all inclusive of
not
expand.
I'll just use promote. We're promoting everything. See, it's not just about talking to the adults whose brains are already, who've already settled themselves in their situations. Most adults are stuck in their ways regardless. You reach a certain age and you're not going to do much more than what it is that you're doing. I mean, I hope that you do, but See, we're taking the people who have this knowledge and have this experience, and we're doing something different. What we're doing different is, instead of saying, okay, now you do for someone else, no, it's not you do for them, you teach them how to do for themselves. We're not, I'm not going to say, okay, this lady knows how to do hair, so everyone goes to this lady to get your hair done. No, she's going to teach you how to twist your own locks and how to, moisturize your own hair. You know what I'm saying? We're not taking away from anything. We're not going to take away from anybody. Our job, our mission is to bring everybody in. Everybody. We want more people to own businesses in the areas where we live. Tran, you said, we're trying to get out of the hood. See, that's one of those things. You're kind of stuck a little, See, you're not getting out of the hood. People think of the hood as some detrimental thing, something dirty, something negative. Hood is short for neighborhood. You never have to leave your neighborhood to accomplish anything. You want to make something happen, and you make it happen within your neighborhood, and you bring the next person with you. We're not taking away from anybody. But as far as your question as to how the community can help, if you know something, teach it. If you need to know something, you ask. If there's something that you need to get done that you can't do for yourself, that you don't have the resources to do, then find us. We'll find the people that can help you. If we can't do it, if I can't do it, I know somebody who can. I'll pass it right on. Come on. That way the next time when you're in a position to help someone, you won't go looking, you won't go looking for somebody you can take something from. You'll go looking for someone that you can help, someone you can teach, someone you can pick up. That's it.
Right on.
I got an additive to that. Y'all could do for us.
Yes, ma'am.
Y'all could do some more stuff for us too. No, basically, I don't know how many people here actually operate a business or anything of that nature. But the way that the community can help us, and you can pass the word along to anyone that you know, you can find us on Facebook at Finding Empowerment Through Education, on Twitter at Feet First, and on YouTube, Feet First also. And this video will be posted. We are looking for people who are willing to, of course, we need money, but if y'all ain't got that, we're looking for resources. We're looking for places like Black and Nobel, who opened the door for us, and Miss Debbie, who actually left, who owns Runway, which is on Germantown Avenue. We need more people like this, more Black businesses like this that are willing to open up their doors and allow us to have these platforms to do things like this. If you have any sort of product, this is Runway, by the way. This is Runway from Miss Debbie.
And where is Runway?
Runway is on Germantown Avenue, on Germantown and Haynes. Oh, yeah, the address is on here. Oh, 5924 Germantown Avenue. That's Germantown and Haynes, right across the street from Germantown High School, up the street from the Now Vegan Restaurant and Miss Babs, up the street from Miss Babs. Yeah, all the way live in the Now Bookstore and Restaurant. And we need more people like this in our communities to come out and make these sorts of connections with us, because we need to add you in our network. We need to add you in the things that we can do. We need to be a part of what we can do for you. And we don't know what we can do for you unless you tell us. So we need more people to come together in places like this and allow us resources, allow us, like they donated us something to raffle off. Runway donated something to raffle off just because they appreciate what we're doing. And we need more people in the community to come together with any sort of skills, like Kay said, any sort of skills, anything that that whether it's nursing, whether it's hair, whatever it is, anything that that you can do, we are more than appreciative to have you come out and host a class or have you come out and, you know, or even come to your place of work or your business, like we're here and gather and meet and have more people come out and tell more people about what we're doing. So that's basically what we're looking for from the community. We want interaction. You know, that's really what we're looking for. We want to network with people. We want to connect with people. We want to build a database of businesses to reference anytime somebody is out of work. You know, anytime somebody needs something done. If your roof is leaking at your establishment and I know a roofer, why not call the roofer I know? You know, and it's the same thing for anything else. We need to start becoming interdependent on each other to the point where this whole thing won't work without one piece. And that's what we're looking for in the community, like essentially a sense of community. That's pretty much it. Oh, Nia. Oh, yeah. We have, hey, Nia. We didn't forget about you. We love you. We actually have Nia, who is also the jewelry maker. She'll be implementing jewelry classes along with juicing. She's the juicer, too. She does pretty much all the food recipes are going on. No, I wanted to introduce her properly. And she is our nutritional health. Like, she's everything on health. So, there you go.
Thank you. Hi guys, I'm Nia, as she said. You can find me on Facebook at Nia Nati Nazira. Or you can find me through the F.E.T.E page as well. Basically, the reason why I'm with F.E.T.E is because I lived in Baltimore about 3 years ago. I lived out there for 4 years. In Baltimore, I realized that a lot of the community is really, really depressed and kind of stuck in their ways. I've been friends with a lot of people from different communities, Asian, white of course, Hispanic, and I saw that the way they were living their life and the things that they believed in and the things they had from their family members, a lot of the time it was absent in our community. So I just kind of felt like we were being shortchanged. Like, how have we been here for so long and we're like at the bottom, you know what I mean? I didn't like that. So I moved here, I moved to Philly, and I realized that a lot of people in the community aren't so depressed. And that was so inspiring. Like, there's a huge conscious community here, and there's a lot of people doing stuff out here. And I love it, and it inspired me. And I met up with the F.E.T.E girls. We all met together, and we all decided we were going to get together and come up with a nonprofit that is basically community-centered, African-centered, and holistic-centered. We're going to offer, the acronym is Finding Empowerment Through Education, in case you don't know. And we're going to offer educational programs that are geared towards us. You know, it's going to be an honest approach. It's going to be basically a natural African approach to things. I, myself, I'm going to be offering health classes. I've been raw vegan for 2 years. Yeah. It might be a little extreme. It might be a bit extreme, but I just, basically, everything I learned and everything I experienced through becoming raw vegan, I want to pass that on to people in my community. And I'm not cutting anybody off. I don't pass it on to anybody, but mostly to people in my community, because we need to know it the most, you know. I mean, for us to live off of chicken boxes and McDonald's and like Huggies and shit, and we're so beautiful and we're so strong and powerful, you know, that says a lot. Imagine if we were all eating healthy, like we were eating everything natural, we were eating everything fresh. Imagine like what we would do. I think it's a direct link. I mean, well, I don't think it's obviously a direct link between what you eat and how you behave and like how you live your life. You know, if you're eating shit all the time. So
you rather not say that, you rather say feces.
Feces, yeah. That's our song. Y'all can get that on no, we ain't making it. But yeah, so basically I'm gonna be offering health classes, any kind of information, health support. If anybody's starting a new diet, if you guys are getting away from eating certain things and you need support, we can support each other. Like, I don't have to teach you shit. Like, you can just talk to me about... I'm so sorry. I don't have to teach you things. No, that's the part of F.E.T.E. Right. We're not going to
F.E.T.E says shit.
We need to be comfortable in our community. And shit's just a word. So yeah, I'm offering support as far as, like, lifestyle changes. I'm offering support. We can get together and do art together. We can talk about art. We can learn art history together. And once we really get things established, when we get a business, or a building actually, I'm going to offer like intensive classes, like real classes. We can meet, mostly for the children, starting off with the children, and then teenagers, adults, we're going to get together and we're going to learn stuff together. We're going to change our lifestyles.
They make it a trend.
So you're going to make it a trend, and that's the immediate goal. We're going to have health classes immediately. We're going to have jewelry classes and music classes immediately. And then down the line, maybe restaurants. Who knows? Yeah. You know, the sky's the limit. I want to wrap it up. I want to thank everybody for coming, right? Yeah. The sky is not the limit. My bad.
Where can we find some of that marvelous jewelry of yours?
Well, you can find it at my house in West Philly. But other than that, you can hit me up on Facebook, which the page is minklessredjewelry.com. If you just want to find me, you can find me on the F.E.T.E page, Nia Nati Nadira, and then on my page you can find Minkless Red Jewelry. And I'll share it once, like maybe tomorrow or something, and everybody who's here can see it. You can find it that way. I do custom orders. Anything you need, any color, I can do that. So yeah, that's pretty much it. You got a question?
What inspired you to do jewelry?
My favorite color is red. I was looking for some red jewelry. I couldn't find it, so I decided I was just gonna make it. And then
boom. Short and sweet. Short and sweet.
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, we're wrapping up. Thanks everybody for coming. Thanks everybody for who stayed. A lot of people ate the food. That's cool. It's really healthy food. We got healthy juice. Oh my God, we got together. We bought. I wasn't in it. But yeah, we all got together. We all bought healthy, fresh produce. We all bought all the healthy stuff that's back there on the table. Everything is handmade. We wrapped everything. We made the sauce. We got the recipes. We came up with the recipes ourselves. And yes, all with love. So we're not like buying stuff and we don't know what the process was to make it. We made it ourselves. And we're gonna do more things like this from now on. And next time we're gonna have like more stuff, like a lot more stuff.
We love to eat.
So,
Yeah.
Thank you everybody for coming and staying. Hit us up and let us know if you have any ideas or anything you want to see and blah 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 blah. So yeah, thank you guys.
Good night.